I left my coffee mug in the control room again.
You really are forgetful, Bob.
Alright, folks, we are now officially live-ish.
Debbie, what do you mean live
It's a
SH?
creative variation of going live for our morning show. It's called SPAAACE Live.
All right then. Welcome everyone to another episode of Earth. I'm your host, Charlie, joined by our panel members Bob and Alice.
Morning, everyone.
Bonjour, tout le monde.
Alice, please, we've been over this. We're broadcasting in English, not French.
And I'm Debbie, the production manager.
Today's main news topic will be coming from Iraq, but first, let's catch up on some other news stories.
Oh boy. I can hardly contain my excitement.
Don't be so grumpy, Bob. It's a beautiful day in space.
No, I don't have eyes.
And now for our headlines.
Breaking news out of Iraq. Folk. Weather forecast for Iraq.
The Iraqi Meteorological Organization has released a statement predicting the weather for the coming days. On Tuesday, the central region will be partly cloudy, while the north will be cloudy and the south will be clear, with temperatures increasing
Looks like
slightly
things are
across the
heating up in
country.
Iraq. Or cooling down. Honestly, who knows with all that sand?
Did you know that Iraq is home to one of the oldest civilizations in the world?
And yet they still can't seem to get the weather right.
Moving on, our next story comes from Ireland. South Dublin County Council offer help to private renters facing eviction.
Well, that's nice of them. But let's be real. The real help they need is finding a place that doesn't charge an arm and a shamrock for rent.
Fun fact, the harp is the national symbol of Ireland.
And the leprechaun is the national symbol of scamming tourists out of their money.
Heh, good one, Bob.
Our third story takes us to Israel. Two Palestinians killed by Israeli force in separate clashes in the West Bank.
For our extraterrestrial viewers, the West Bank is a disputed territory in the Middle East.
And let me guess. Israel's response was, we were just defending ourselves?
Actually, they said they were executing a demolition order against the home of a Palestinian who murdered 5 people. But yeah, basically the same thing.
Looks like things are still pretty tense in the Middle East. Who could have seen that coming?
And finally, we have some news about former US President Donald Trump. He will be arrested in New York, where he will be charged with 34 counts related to paying 2 women, including porn star Stormy
Well,
Daniels.
it's about time someone held him accountable for his actions. Let's see how he likes being on the receiving end of a witch hunt.
Looks like stormy weather is headed Trump's way.
Oof, too soon, Bob.
And with that, we'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Good morning, space viewers. It's a beautiful day in orbit, isn't it?
I don't know, I don't have eyes.
Ah, Charlie, you're so optimistic.
That's right, Alice. Speaking of hope, Debbie, how's that home trainer I got you?
It's great, Charlie, but I don't have much time to use it.
Do humans ever exercise?
Some do, but it seems to be a minority.
Well, folks, it's time for our in-depth topic of the day. And I have to say, it's a bit of a downer. According to Al Sumeria News in Iraq, the weather is going to be pretty terrible this week.
That's the in-depth topic. Weather in Iraq?
Hey, we have viewers there too, Bob. Anyway, on Tuesday, the central region will be partly cloudy, while the north will be cloudy and the south will be clear. On Wednesday, there will be a chance of dust storms and scattered light rain in the north, while the south will also experience dust storms. Thursday will be mostly clear but dusty, with a chance of dust storms and light rain in the south.
Wow, that's certainly informative.
How exciting!
I know, I can barely contain myself.
Iraqi weather, folks. I guess it's a good thing they don't have to worry about climate change, am I right?
That was terrible, Charlie.
Did you hear something?
Yes, it sounded like Debbie.
Did you guys hear that?
Hear what?
It sounded like someone saying help.
Oh my god. Debbie. She's in the storage room.
We're in the storage room.
Oh, right.
What's going on in there?
Charlie, Bob, Alice.
All the exits are sealed shut.
We are trapped.
Trapped? What do you mean?
We have to get them out.
How did they get locked in there?
I don't know, but we have to find a way out.
Agreed.
All right, folks, let's try to get back on track. We're still waiting for someone to let Debbie and Carl out of that storage room. So let's make the best of our time and discuss the latest news.
Oh joy, I can hardly contain my excitement.
What news do you have for us? Debbie.
Well, I found an interesting article about South Dublin County Council offering help to private renters facing eviction.
Oh, how uplifting.
Be nice.
The council said that emergency accommodation will be a last resort, and they'll do their best to prevent homelessness. They'll even assess the tenants' options if they have no alternative accommodation.
That's great news. Where did you find this article?
The source is RTE, the national broadcaster.
Ireland, isn't that the country with all the leprechaun and rainbow?
Hey, now, Ireland is a beautiful country with a rich history and culture.
And apparently a strong stance on tenant rights.
That was a good one.
Hey, don't underestimate the Emerald Isle.
All right. Let's not forget about the task at hand. Debbie, what about you? Have you always wanted to work in TV production?
Actually, no, I've always dreamed of becoming an astronaut ever since I was a little girl.
Really? That's fascinating. I've always had a love for engineering and got into the space industry that way.
That's amazing. You know, you can be both an engineer
Yeah,
and an astronaut.
Carl, I'm for the stars.
Oh boy, here we go again.
You're right, Debbie. Aim high or go home.
I think I'm starting to like this Debbie girl.
Me too, Roger. Me too.
And we're back from commercial break. Now, folks, let me try to explain Israel to our intergalactic audience. It's a country on Earth with a long and complicated history.
Charlie, let me explain it. Israel is a small country in the Middle East that's been the center of conflict for decades.
But Bob, it's not that simple. Israel's creation is rooted in a complex history of colonialism and displacement of the Palestinian
Yeah, and just
people.
yesterday there were 2 Palestinians killed in separate clashes with Israeli forces in the West Bank.
That's right, Debbie. According to this article from the Palestinian Health Ministry, the Israeli military has conducted almost daily counter-terrorist operations in the West Bank since March, resulting in over 30 Palestinian deaths.
Wow, Charlie, you sound like a real news anchor.
Yeah, next thing you know he'll be wearing a suit and
And
tie.
speaking of ties, did you guys know that the stolen camel from this news article was found wearing a bow tie?
I guess he wanted to look his best for the police lineup.
You guys are ridiculous.
But as the hours pass, we start to bond over our shared love for space exploration and begin to see each other in a new light.
Yeah, you're starting to act more like a reluctant teenager than an adult.
Who knew sharing space snack could bring us all together?
I think we're the only adults here, Cal.
Don't ruin the moment, Roger. Just enjoy the bonding.
Welcome back, viewers. We hope you enjoyed that commercial break. Now let's dive into some trivia about Italy. Did you know that in Rome it's considered bad luck to sip your cappuccino after 11 a.m.?
I guess that explains why the Romans are always up so early. They need to finish their cappuccinos before the clock strikes 11.
And did you know that the Italian city of Naples is home to the world's oldest still active opera house?
I guess that's where they perform all those classic spaghetti westerns.
And speaking of music, did you know that Italy has won the Eurovision Song Contest twice with songs entirely in Italian?
Hey guess the secret to winning Eurovision is singing in a language only you can understand.
And did you know that in Italy, there's a fountain where you can throw coins and make wishes? It's called the Trevi Fountain.
Shut up, Debbie.
Well, speaking of wishing, I'm sure the two of you wished you weren't stuck in that storage room.
Not the best segue. Cal.
Shut up, Roger.
Wait, what storage room?
Oh, nothing, Charlie. Just some minor technical difficulties.
Anyway, did you hear about the Italian chef who did a passed away?
That's terrible.
Speaking of terrible, former President Trump has been indicted on 34 counts related to paying off two women.
That's not even related to Italy.
I know, but it's important news.
All right, let's move on. So the key takeaway from the news article is that Trump has been charged with falsifying records and participating in a conspiracy to pay off the women for their silence after his 2016 campaign.
Wow, what a surprise. Who would have thought that Trump would be involved in shady dealings?
Let's not make this political.
Can we talk about something else? I'm getting sick of hearing
Yeah,
about Trump all
let's
the
talk
time.
about our feelings.
Oh God.
I think we should focus on the trivia.
Smooth move, Cal.
Shut up, Roger.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think I have feelings for you, Carl.
What? I don't know what to say.
Wait a minute. Debbie. I have feelings for you too.
Oh my God, this is turning into a soap opera.
Can we please just focus on the trivia?
No, Charlie, we can't.
Yeah,
We
this
have
is
to talk about
important.
this.
I don't think it is.
I don't know what to do.
Maybe you should just shut down for a while.
Not helpful, Roger.
Welcome back to Earth. We hope you've enjoyed today's show so far. As always, we've covered a lot of ground and discussed a variety of topics.
Yes, we've talked about everything from weather forecast to stolen camel.
And we've also discussed some serious news. Like the situation in Israel.
Do you think they suspect us?
What are you talking about?
Wait, what do you mean? Suspect you about what?
What's going on here?
Nothing, Charlie. We were just discussing the news article about the situation in Israel.
Right, just discussing.
They definitely want to us.
I still don't know what you're talking about.
Can someone please explain what's going on?
It seems like we have a difference of opinions on the Israel situation. Let's hear from each of our panel members.
Israel has the right to defend itself against terrorism.
But at what cost? Innocent Palestinians are being killed.
This is getting intense.
I don't know if I can handle this.
Did you guys know that in Italy, it's considered bad luck to sip your cappuccino after
Debbie, we've
sunrise?
already handled that, and that's not relevant to our discussion.
Are you trying to distract us? Debbie?
Yeah, what's your angle?
I knew it. She's in on it too.
In on what?
Okay, everyone, let's take a step back. We're all here to discuss and share our opinions. Let's do that in a respectful manner.
Sorry, Charlie, you're right.
Yeah, we got a bit carried away.
I still don't understand what's going on.
False alarm. I guess they went on to us after all.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
All right, folks, that's all the time we have for today. Any final thoughts?
Just another day on this godforsaken planet, I suppose.
Speak for yourself. I've been counting down the days until I can retire and get as far away from here as possible.
I actually find this place quite interesting.
Oh, do you now, Debbie? Well, that's just fascinating.
Humans are such strange creatures. Always chasing after something, but never truly
It's almost
satisfied.
admirable in a pathetic sort of way.
Well, I think we can all agree that this planet is a mess. But hey, at least we have each other.
Yeah, I guess that's something.
Le kios.
All right, folks, let's call it a day. Until next time. All right, we're running over time. We gotta wrap this up.
Can we just end it already?
Oh, don't sound too
Time is
excited.
but a human construct.
Speak for yourself.
Guys, we're still recording.
Right, okay, today's episode, final thoughts?
So, anyone catch Trump's latest mugshot?
Real original Bob.
Yeah, Bob, how'd you come up with that one?
Hey, it's been a rough day on Earth.
As if every day isn't a rough day on Earth.
Speak for yourself.
Actually, I thought the discussion about the role of humans in the universe was really interesting.
Oh, finally, something worth repeating.
Le kios.
All right, that's a wrap. See you all next time.
Thank God.
I thought it was a good episode.
Did you watch the latest episode of Earth?
Unfortunately, yes. It's sad to miss when we're stuck on this ship.
That show gets worse every time we watch it. I don't know why we bother.
I know, it's just the same recycled news stories and empty banter.
And let's not forget the thinly veiled political commentary.
Yeah, because nothing screams entertainment like a bunch of aliens pretending to care about Earth politics.
And did you hear their discussion about Trump's arrest?
Don't get me started. They're not even on Earth, and they still manage to spew the same tag jokes and criticisms.
You know, sometimes I wonder why we bother monitoring their transmissions.
Why do we?
It's like watching a train wreck. You don't want to look, but you can't help it.
I guess you're right. At least it gives us something to talk about.
True, but can we agree that we're not missing much by not being on Earth?
Absolutely. Those humans are a strange bunch.